Hi, I've got this little setup where we do a lot of intentional thinking. You have to be focused in these meetings in this room on what other people are saying, needing, and thinking. And it's our little setup for today's devotional, being mindful. I do not like that word mindful because it's usually associated explicitly with religion, and it shouldn't be. This is just a way of thinking that has been around for thousands of years that gets you to activate a part of your brain, and people have known this of all faith traditions and no faith traditions for a long time. So to set it up, we did a little fun thing. Here's something about mindfulness that we did as a little funny thing for a youth promotional event. Here, watch this real quick.
Good morning.
Hey Paul, I just wanted to talk to you about the youth swim party at your house this Sunday.
Uh-huh.
Everything's still good to go for that?
Uh-huh.
Okay, great.
Uh-huh.
See you then.
Uh-huh. Hey, is there a youth thing this weekend?
How do you experience the presence of God? By being mindful. The Apostle Paul, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. But how do you do that? How do you set yourself up to let your mind be renewed by God consistently and over again? We read in the Old Testament from Exodus, "My presence shall go with you, and I will give you rest." There's a discipline here that we can gift to others by being present with them and by practicing in our prayer lives how to be present. 3-step process. Take a deep breath when you pray. Slow down. It's okay if your mind's racing. Just take a deep breath. Number 2, be anchored in Christ and do something physical to remind yourself of that. I'm sitting in a chair. I'm grabbing the chair. I'm planting my feet on the ground. I'm saying, I'm here praying. I can feel myself in this chair. My mind's still racing. But the third thing, and it's key to being mindful and to being present and to experience the presence of God, is to go outward with your thinking. It's a neurological thing. When you are ruminating on problems and anxiety and fear, most of your day, even when you're not ruminating, is activating a part of the brain, the narrative part. It's how you function, it's how you walk around. You're telling yourself something also when you're having anxiety. If we go outward, there is another part of the brain that is activated. It is different. That part of the brain is called the experiential focus network. The experiential focus network, when we activate it, cannot operate with the narrative part. And so when you see the little joke of somebody on their phone, you're activating a part of your brain. But when you pay attention to somebody, when you really pay attention, put the phone down, put the laptop down, you activate a different part of your brain. And when you do that, you become a presence for somebody. Now, when you do that in your prayer life, you open yourself up to the presence of God. You experience something other than your problems. Now, I've oversimplified it. It's a little bit of a discipline. Breathe. Be anchored in Christ. Sit in a chair, stand up, feel your feet, but then go outward for a moment. Acknowledge those problems and those things you're thinking about and racing about. Some of them aren't even problems. What's around me right now? I'm looking out the window here in this meeting room, and I see it's a beautiful blue day. It's hot, but it's a beautiful blue day. I think of the pool that I have at home. I think of the family. I begin to just turn my thoughts outward, and as soon as you do that for a minute or two, your mind is open to other things. Be open to the presence of God by practicing mindfulness and experience what Paul talks about. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Practice it. It makes a difference. God bless.
Uh-huh. 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 Uh-huh.